What's up, everybody? Derek Anderson, the DA, and yes, indeed, we have arrived at the moment of truth. Okay, Gina Carano made Disney bend the knee and hand her over a fat paycheck and even the possibility of future work. You gotta love it, man. Shout out to Gina Carano getting what she wanted after that bullshit firing that she had to go through and the character assassination and everything else that Disney tried to put this woman through. All right. Disney had to bend the knee. Disney had to settle because they knew, hey, man, we got a lot of skeletons in the closet and we don't want any of those emails to become public consumption. We already know that was always in view. And so it's just a matter of time when Disney and Gina Carano were going to get this thing settled out of court. This is the really interesting thing, all right? Looking forward to identifying opportunities to work together in the future. Could we see a return of Cara Dune? All right? I'm sure the Mandalorian and Grogu movie would absolutely welcome that. Absolutely welcome that, because guess what? That movie ain't making nothing, all right? That movie is about to flop. But you add Gina Carano into the mix, and yeah, we might see something. But yeah, let's talk about the lawsuit itself, right? I like the Deadline headline. This really is the way Gina Carano pile drives Disney over Mandalorian firing with settlement and job offers. So yeah, she's going to get some money. She possibly will get some job offers from Disney. And look, it's all about what Gina wants. I know a lot of people are like, look, man, we wanted to see Disney do the walk of shame. All right. We wanted to see all of them emails put out there on blast for public consumption. Let Disney just go through all of that embarrassment, everything that they've been saying about who else, who knows who else. Not just Gina Carano. They was probably talking shit about a whole lot of people just so that we could see, hey, this is the company that we know Disney is. All right. And that would have been out there on blast. Look, we already know who Disney is at this point. We already know who they are. But like I said, I understand all of that because I kind of wanted that myself. But I was always Gina first. And it's like, yo, if Gina's happy with it, I'm happy with it. Good for her. I'm glad. Good to see it, man. And look, I hope her career starts to rocket ship up to the moon because she absolutely deserves it. Hey, look, let's talk about the actual settlement and the statement that they said. The Walt Disney Company and Lucasfilm are pleased to announce that we have reached an agreement with Gina Carano to resolve the issues in her pending lawsuit against the companies. Ms. Carano was always well respected by her directors, co-stars, and staff, and she worked hard to perfect her craft while treating her colleagues with kindness and respect. With this lawsuit concluded, we look forward to identifying opportunities to work together with Miss Carano in the near future. Like, this is a very interesting statement because it makes it sound like they've already had that conversation with her. And she's like, yeah, I'm going to want my Cara Dune back. I like that character. Fans like that character. Yeah, bring her on back. All right, bring her on back, Disney. Boy, can you imagine Kathleen Kennedy has to sign off on that? Oh, come on, make it happen. Make it happen. You know, like, there's certain things. I get it. There would be a certain level of satisfaction, you know, when all of those emails come out there in Discovery. Like, in Discovery, everything is out. And, you know, during the trial, we're getting to hear about all of the negative things that Disney was saying about this actor and that actor. Not just Gina Carano, because I'm pretty sure that Gina's lawyers are going to be just stacking up evidence. Yeah, this is the kind of scummy company Disney is. Look what they said about this person. Look what they said about that person. I get it. There is a certain level of satisfaction to that, 100%. But there's even a bigger level of satisfaction in my brain if Gina Carano had to come back or gets to come back as Cara Dune, and then she gets to walk onto the Lucasfilm set right past all of them jackasses that were trying to get her fired. And she's just like, hey, everybody, how y'all doing? I'm back. Hey, it's me. It's Gina. How's everything going? Yeah, I'm back, motherfuckers. What's up? How you like me now? Y'all thought y'all got rid of me? Y'all didn't get me. Y'all didn't get rid of me at all. All y'all did was get me millions and millions of dollars in my pocket, and I'm still back. And then Gina outlasts like an evil villain. No, of course, Gina's not that kind of person, all right? Look, let's look at her statement. So here's what Gina had to say. I have come to an agreement with Disney Lucasfilm, which I believe is the best outcome for all parties involved. I hope this brings some healing to the Force. See, Gina's interested in healing to the Force, all right? Not comeuppance, not embarrassment. Not crip walking all these fools, just laughing at them, smiling in their face, cheesing in their face. You know, the DA would be doing that, you know, but, you know, Gina's a different person. You know, right? I want to extend my deepest, most heartfelt gratitude to Elon Musk, a man I never met who did this good Samaritan deed for me and funded my lawsuit. Thank you, Mr. Musk and X, for backing my case and asking for nothing in return. Shout out to Elon Musk. To my lawyers at Share Jaffe who walked me through this unknown territory, thank you for your wisdom and guidance. I am humbled and grateful to God for his love and grace in this outcome. come. I'd like to thank you all for your unrelenting support throughout my life and career. You've been the heartbeat that has kept my story alive. I hope to make you proud. I am excited to flip the page and move on to the next chapter. My desire remains in the arts, which is where I hope you will join me. Yes, I'm smiling from my heart to yours, Gina. Well, yeah, look, we wish nothing but the best for Gina Carano. We're glad. And it does look like, look, she's even saying it right here. This is what she wants to do. And maybe this is why you settle, and this is why you make the move you make. If you go all the way out there with Discovery and you put all of that shit out there on blast, and if her desire, in her life is to continue to remain in the arts and to make movies, studios are real quick to blacklist your ass and be like, nah, you took Disney to court and all kind of bullshit came out there. We don't necessarily need to work with you. We're going to blacklist you for the rest of your life. And that's that. So Gina's probably making a different kind of decision instead of just saying, yeah, I want Disney's bullshit out there so that everybody can see what kind of a company they are. But she might be thinking, yeah, you know what? If we settle Disney, you guys put me in some movies, you make something happen for me because I want to continue to stay in the arts, Maybe that's the calculus that she's working on. I'm not sure. But again, like I said, I'm always Gina first. All right. Whatever she wanted is what I said. Yeah, like I'm happy with it. So if she decided to settle, then it is what it is. And at the end of the day, that's what really counts is, she's the one that had to go through all the bullshit. I wasn't going through all of that character assassination. So shout out to Gina Carano. I'm glad she's got what she wants. And I'm glad Elon Musk and the lawyers helped her out with it. Yeah, Critical Drinker had posted this up. I wonder how much they ended up paying to stop this one going to Discovery. Hopefully lots. In my opinion, it's probably somewhere in the 8-figure range. It ain't going to be another little 7-figure now. We got to go into the 8s. All right, we got to go 8 figures on this one, Disney. All right, or we can just go to Discovery and y'all can figure it out, But whatever it was, Gina's happy with it, And then, of course, you got the shills, all right? You got the shills and their reactions to this. I don't even think this guy is a shill, to be honest with you. I think he's just a Disney slurper. He got me blocked for some reason. I think I did like one video on this guy because he was slurping hard and then he blocks me. But yeah, here's what he said. There's still no way that Bozo ever actually returns to Star Wars in a big way. See, you see how this is why I want Gina to get a job back, because these people are going to be the most pissed. All right. This guy and all the slurpers and all the shills and every last one of those woke retards that were working over there at Lucasfilm, they are going to be heated. They are going to be so hot. It would be worth it just to, Gina, on your first day back on the set at Lucasfilm, can you bust the camera out and just start recording and just, hey, how's everybody doing? And just film everything? Because I just want to see facial expressions. That's all I want to see. That's all I want to see. Surprise them. Don't tell them you're coming either. All right. Just, hey, Gina's back, and then just surprise pop up. All right. Holy shit, man. That would be amazing content. From the way that the official statement reads, it feels like the settlement was just to get her to stop whining above all else. Look at this dude, man. Either way, though, it's a horrible look and sets an awful precedent. Look at all of this copium. Look at all of this copium. Bro is about to go into a copium coma. All right, he is coping super hard, bruh. Settle down, man. Gina's back. Like it or love it, Gina's back, man. Good Lord. For the sake of the story of the Mandalorian, I hope she returns. Facts. Man, are you kidding me? The show doesn't need her anymore. I think the movie that's coming out, Mando and Grogu, is an absolute flop. And if I'm Jon Favreau, I'm moving heaven and earth to try to get Gina Carano into that movie somewhere. Hey, man, we still got a few months, right? What we got, about 9 months left? You got 9 months. Get Gina on set, bring the crew back in. Everybody liked her, okay? You saw what they said over here, man. It's like, oh, man, Miss Carano was respected by her directors, co-star, and staff, all right? The people that matter. I'm sure they would love to see Gina back on set. It's it's them jackasses in the story group that was probably mad about it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but this guy is right, man. If you want the Mandalorian to be good, man, you better bring Gina back. Exactly. Thank you, fake Wizard. Thank you. Copium. Bro is coping super hard right now. Man, it's funny, man. Just watching these guys just twist and turn in the wind because they're mad at the fact that Gina Carano won. Gina won and your entire ideology lost. Man, y'all getting tired of winning, man? Look, but the real question is can she come back as Cara Dune? I wonder, all right, is there a way that Jon Favreau would squeeze her back in there? That's the question that I got for you guys. Put your comments down there. What do you think? Can Gina come back now that we are here, okay? Now that we are at this point where Disney is like, hey, with this lawsuit concluded, we can talk about future opportunities to work with Miss Carano. Maybe not in Star Wars, maybe in some other things, but I'm more interested in Star Wars. I wouldn't be surprised if they had already started working out some details. All right, because Jon Favreau knows. You got to know that Mando and Grogu movie, nobody's really checking for that. But if you put Gina Carano back in it, now you got my attention. Okay? Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think about this situation. Hey, shout out to Gina Carano. Glad she got hers. Okay? Laughing at Disney. Thank you for bending the knee. Once again, showing that you guys are a scummy company. That's why you bent the knee, because you're scummy. Because you didn't want all of your bullshit to get out there in the public. All right? Gina had y'all by the balls, and look, you love to see it, man. You love to see it. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think. Go ahead, jump down in the comments. Give me your thoughts and opinions on that. Thanks for watching. See you next time.